Hey everyone, this is Rod. I'm the creator of this channel, and I wanted to bring you this special episode of previously unreleased footage from the interview that I conducted with Jason Janas. I originally left out this footage because I felt it made the story go too long, but when I went back and had a look at it, there are some absolute gold nuggets in what Jason has to say, and he talks more about some things that have occurred with him since his near-death experience, including his relationship with the Archangel Michael, some new, what I would call supernormal abilities that he's developed, how his relationship with God or consciousness or source or whatever you like to call it has evolved, and some other insights and messages that he has that I think can help us all live better lives. If you haven't already seen it, I recommend that you watch part one of the interview with Jason, which I'll put a link to in the description of this video. And without any further ado, here we go. That's a hell of a story. It gives me a bit of perspective on my own life for sure. It's like everyone's got challenges. I've read so many books, but it's really, really something to hear your story. It's pretty amazing.
Everybody's going to have it, and everybody has. I've asked my spirit guide. He called himself Jeffrey, and I said, Jeff, I can't call you Jeffrey. That reminds me of the Toys R Us giraffe. And I said, I'm calling you John. So I asked Jeffrey, I said, how many times have I died? And he gave me the number 3,200. And I
Wow.
was like, that makes sense. He says, you're ancient. And I said, what does ancient mean? So I'm still trying to figure that out. But yeah, your guides are around you. Your guardian angel is around you. Now I found out that my guardian is Michael. So he's now manifesting in the physical form so we can actually physically communicate and talk. And it's just beautiful. The love that we share between each other is beautiful, but in the same time, it just drains me like there's no tomorrow. I mean, it really zaps me of my energy. But in the same aspect, I'm talking to an archangel. So it's it's beautiful, just it's beautiful, so and I know that everything and you should know that everything that's going on, everything is okay. We're right where we need to be. You can manifest change. Even though you made a contract to come here, you can still manifest and say, "I don't want that. I want this." And you can create it if you believe it in here, and you can create it here. That's how powerful we are. We can do that. You can change. You can tell your higher self, we're going to kind of rewrite the rules a little bit. So it all comes with that absolute belief that you can. There's no, or what it, no. It's, do you believe or do you not? And then you
Hmm.
just simply make it happen and you can. So it's
That's
beautiful.
awesome.
It's
That's
beautiful,
good.
man. Beautiful.
Oh man, I
You have
really
any questions?
appreciate you taking the time. I like how you've covered there's things that I've heard you say before, but there's more recent things which are pretty amazing. And it seems like a fairly common theme where people have an NDE and then it kind of opens up some latent abilities that kind of evolve. So it sounds like that's what's happening with you. You've got these new abilities, sensory abilities that are sort of out supernormal, I guess. And it sounds like they're continuing to sort of expand as well since your NDE.
What had happened too is I become an empath was when I started talking to people and stuff. I've noticed I could feel their pain. I could feel the
Yeah.
happiness. I could tell whether they were upset or whether you're lying. I can feel who you are. I can feel your energy, your soul. I didn't
Yeah.
know what it was for 2 years. I was like, what is going on here? I don't understand why I'm so emotional. I could feel this person's heartache and or happiness. And I'm like, it took me a thought. He said, you're an empath now. And I'm like, I didn't ask for that. And he said, well, God gave it to you whether you want it or not now. So I was just like, it took me a long time to adjust to that because there's a lot of emotion out there. I can feel you. And I'm not talking just people sitting next to me. I could, through a Zoom or whatever. And it was really hard for me to get under control because, like I said, it's just a lot of emotions that I feel. And it's some of them are just utter heartbreak.
Mm.
But oh, I know how to handle it now. And it's like I said, once your third eye gets opened up, unless you really, really force it to close, and I don't because I ask God every day, I want more. I want more. And more just keeps coming. So I wake up every day and people, how do you know that? I'm like, I just know. It's just there. I wake up a different person every day almost. That took a while to get used to because I'd be saying something I'm like, "Huh, where did it's just like, I just know. This is like, how do you know you breathe in air? You would tell them, you just know, right? You just breathe in air, right? Prove it. You can't, you just know. So yeah, so much is happening and it's going to continue to happen. And I'm moving upward and upward. And more and more positive things. So I can just say I'm blessed. I am truly blessed. He changed my life by answering the door. When I called out to him, he answered the door. I have been forever changed. And Father or God, he's the first in my life. He comes before me. He comes before my children or anybody. First thing I say in the morning is good morning, Father. And the last thing I say before I go to bed, good night, Father. I love you and I'm blessed,
Mm,
truly, no matter what situation I am going through, because I know it's not real. It's just something I needed to learn. It's something I chose to do. And when you look at it in that aspect, it's really not that bad,
yeah, it's a good way to think, good way to
you
be.
know?
I guess some of what the earliest interview I've seen with you was maybe like 6 months ago, but there's quite a difference. Like I can see you're a lot healthier just in your general appearance. You mentioned something about how you didn't really kind of look after yourself. Is that something else that's changed?
Well, what I did was because it took a toll on my body, what I went through, drowning, and losing all that weight. When I got out, I was basically a 50-year-old invalid. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk.
Mm,
I couldn't eat. I had to teach myself how to walk, talk, and eat. I just began to eat healthy. But like I said, tomorrow's not guaranteed. You don't know whether you're going to wake up tomorrow. And when I tell people this, I'm like, I need you to look at it this way. God's not waking you up tomorrow because he needs you to take another breath. Okay. He doesn't. God's waking you up tomorrow because somebody out there needs you. They're depending on you to meet their contract. Okay. He's not waking you up just to say, hey, well, you get another day today. No, he's waking you up because somebody out there needs you. Maybe a couple other people need you. Okay. So I began to eat healthy, drink more water. I live in Wisconsin, so it's like 8 months of winter here. So I try and get as much exercise as I can now. I know it's going to sound cliche and weird, but my life isn't my own. Yes, I created it, but people are out there are dependent on me, not just my children. This interview could be part of it. I'm helping you out to get
mm,
something you asked me to do for you. We just don't remember. So when I look at it that way, I look at it as I don't have the right to short somebody of their mission here on earth for them to do what they got to do. So when my time's up, my time's up, but I want to be there for that person or people that ask me to do these things for them or support them or do whatever for them. So I've begun to become healthier, so to speak, so I can make sure that I get those things accomplished for them because it's not about you here, really. Yeah, it's your life, but there's a lot of interactions and things you've done in your life that are for a reason. You may not know what they are. A lot of other people are depending on you and you're depending on them too. We're all just forgetful of the dream right now. That's why I tell people don't become so immersed in the dream. Wake up. I'm here to wake people up. There's so much more that you need to know that it's not about the car. It's not about materialism, not about money. It's not about this. It's that smile when you walk into the grocery store at work and say, hey, good morning. How are you? 'Cause you don't know whether that person's ready to commit suicide or not. And that simple smile, that simple hello may have changed their entire world. And they're going to pass that beautiful happiness on the ripple effect. They're going to say, wow. And they're going to say good morning. And then you just don't know what that simple smile did to somebody. And it may say it's just a simple smile to you, but it may have saved their life. You don't know what they're going through. So their child may have died yesterday.
yeah.
And that simple hello, good morning, a simple smile and it's free. Didn't cost you anything. Love one another. Jesus said it a million times during his life here. Love one another. Why? We are love. So yeah, a lot of things have changed.
Yeah. Well, I'm so very grateful. Thank you very much for the time that you've provided. And there's always a first, and well, you're my first in this particular part of my life journey. So I'm very,
That's
very
beautiful.
appreciative. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
And I'm glad to hear that things are going well. And it sounds like things are really looking up for you as far as your job and other things as well. So, yeah, I'm interested to hear about how that develops.
Yeah, it's going. So I'm going through a change right now. And people could say, well, I get real lost in it. They're like, you worried? I go, not in the least. No, everything's already taken care of. When you live without fear like that, it's just beautiful. You don't get
Yeah.
caught in the details. You just live it. Live your life. And that's what
Yeah.
I'm doing. All
All
these
right.
beautiful, wonderful things are going on. So anyway, God bless you, brother. Thank you for having me on.
Me too. I'll be in touch once we've done the edit and once we get it online.
Beautiful.
All
Thank
right.
you. All right,
Thanks a lot,
brother. You have
Jason.
a good
Yeah.
one. Yep.
You too,
Bye bye.
buddy. See you then. Bye.